What's up, guys? We got ourselves a real banger here today. And before we get into it, give an update on my 90-day challenge for my weight loss. Um, so we are finished up week 4. So 4 weeks in, lost 2.25 pounds, so 2.25 pounds. The first week I ended up putting on some weight, but after that, the weight started coming back off and dropped 2 percentage points on body fat. So definitely trending in the right direction. And hopefully now the body's kind of used to the, oh shit, what are you doing to me? And start trending down. I did do some blood work last week. I'm waiting for them to come in to do the normal blood work that you got to do, cholesterol and all that fun shit. But I also added in the cortisol test because I know my stress levels are extremely high. Testosterone test as well, just to see where they're at, because I know the cortisol does affect that and can bring it down, which can affect obviously everything else. So hopefully stress levels will remain under control. The wife is back in Ukraine right now, and that doesn't sit well with me, but it is what it is, and hopefully my mother-in-law will be getting better and she can hightail it out of there. But anyways, let's bounce into this nonsense we got for today.
If you are trying to meet somebody the organic way, hi, welcome, you came to the right place. Let me tell you how easy it is, girly pop. Step number 1, eye contact. You see the hot guy, you connect eyes with the hot guy. Step number 2, a little smile. And then step number 3, I'll take you there. Take your little legs and say, pay him a compliment. I like your shoes, I like your shirt, I like your eyes. At that point, your job is done. Your job is done. That's it. That's all you had to do. Was just go over and say, hi, I like your shoes. And then now his ego, he's like, dude, this girl's into me, and of course she's into me. I'm this and this and this. And then guess what? You got him. His testosterone's flowing. He's in feeling good. This is the part where girls mess it up, though. You got to come back to yourself and be like, this man worships me.
Oh, hell no!
So dating is as simple as playing peekaboo and flashing a smile. This advice she's giving is like a knockoff self-help guide for narcissists. I mean, women think all they have to do is compliment a guy and boom, he's their personal servant. I mean, what reality are you living in? I mean, ladies, men are not here to worship you. Respect is earned and not manipulated. But her comment about this man worships me, that's the problem. Modern women equate attention with devotion. And guys, don't let a smile and a shallow compliment dictate your worth.
On a date last night, and of course I have a criticism, because who would I be if I didn't have a criticism about dating? So the date started at 7 p.m. and the itinerary was drinks. And I said it in my mind that would be like 2 drinks. I would be leaving by 8:30. And as the date progressed on, the bar we were at was closing. It was at this point like 9 o'clock. And the guy suggested we go to another location. And at this point I was like, okay, I'm starving. And so we go to the other location, we sit down at the bar, and they hand us cocktail menus. And the bartender says, will you be dining with us? And before there's even like a conversation about, oh, are you hungry? We've been together for quite a few hours already. Nothing. The date goes to the server, no, we're not eating. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm only having 1 drink then, because I got to get out of here because I'm going to pass out of starvation. And I just thought that was really inconsiderate, because you have to consider, like, okay, at this point, it's like almost 10 o'clock. We've been together since 7. Most people in New York are not eating dinner at 5 p.m. So it just lacked consideration for me, which I didn't really like. And so then, of course, I had to stop on the way home, which ended up being fun. But it was just like, Saturday night needs to include dinner.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
But let's get this straight. You showed up to a drink date. If I heard that right. You had this little timer in your head, and you're expecting dinner without a conversation and to blame him for your hunger. This whole time when you're going from point A to point B for more drinks, you could have been like, I'm getting a little hungry. What do you say we get something to eat? Or I want to get a snack, and you didn't speed it up. I mean, his entitlement's absolutely insane. I mean, he's inconsiderate because he didn't read your fucking mind? I mean, you're inconsiderate for treating a man like he's your unpaid butler. I mean, this is why you gotta vet these princesses. If she values a free meal over your company, drop her faster than a dinner reservation.
Men do think that we would be jealous if they ran off with robots, and the reason that they think that is because they would be jealous if it was the other way around. Obviously, the closest thing we have to this is female toys, and so many men are jealous of that equipment. So many men try and stop women from using that equipment, either on their own or when they are both in the bedroom, and that is because it makes them feel inadequate. So yeah, their reputation precedes them, and I'm sure the idea that we would create an entire man-like robot type thing and run away with it and have no need for them anymore probably would make them feel quite jealous.
Right.
So robots are making men jealous? Your Freudian slip is showing. Men aren't jealous of your equipment, your toys, whatever the hell you want to call them. They're fed up with your emotional games and double standards. Women mock men's interest in robots but cling to their toys like a life raft. Men aren't running from the woman's robots because of jealousy. They're fleeing the entitlement, the nagging, and the consistent emotional minefields. So go ahead and keep laughing, but when men are passporting out or embracing alternatives, you'll be the one left swiping through loneliness.
I'm 37 years old, and in 2 weeks, I was getting ready to uproot my life and move across the Pacific Ocean to Hawaii with my boyfriend when we unexpectedly split up. Now, first of all, let me just say I am in good spirits, and part of the reason why I'm in good spirits is that ever since I was a little girl, no one has ever been able to tell me what to do or how to think. When society zigs, I zag. That is just always how I've been as a person. When people started to tell me, especially after my last breakup, settle down with anyone, give the guy that you don't like a chance, date somebody only for money, or change how you dress, change how you present yourself, change this about yourself. No, I like myself. And I come on these apps and I see so much fearful messaging about women dating into their 30s. And I'm going to be honest, like, I've had plenty of options, plenty of good options. My problem hasn't been, oh, all the men are trash. And I don't ascribe to that way of thinking either. My problem, and I don't want to upset anyone, is that I actually have had quite a lot of options and it's hard to pick. And as a woman, I think when you have many options, often you end up picking some of the more aggressive pursuers. And sometimes that is just maybe not it. Regarding my split, I just want to say this. I have seen this thing that so many women do, especially as they inch closer to 40. And I was talking about this with a friend the other day. She knows this woman who is in a relationship that she heavily suspects is abusive. And she said that this woman turned like 37 and was like, oh, I have to just find a guy. So she found a guy that was aggressively pursuing her. And this guy is a total nightmare. We have to stop being desperate. I live near Montecito and I was up there swiping on Raya. There was a man who was 21 who looked like a supermodel who wanted to match with me. That is not my speed. I like older, but you have that option is available to you if you want. The doomerism, the red pill matrix nonsense from people like Andrew Tate and the Whatever podcast. Now, I'm sorry, but as a man, if you listen to stuff like that, what you are telling me is that you don't have experience with women. Because I have never been able to be told what to do or listened to authority. Which, what is authority? Can anybody tell me? Because that has not been clear to me for a very long time. But because I don't listen to any authority other than my own inner authority and God, my relationship with God, who has authority over my life, and not in some weird way that other people ascribe to. I don't believe that God wants me to suffer, which is why I'm not suffering right now. I know that this situation that seemed perfect, there's something better. Like, I have a knowing. It's not a belief. Wayne Dwyer talks about the difference between knowing and belief. I have a knowing that something better is coming. There's no doubt. And I also just really enjoy my own company. I used to be very, very codependent. So because I like myself, I like my own company. Anyone coming into my life is just a bonus. They're getting to enjoy the life that I've already built for myself. So now I'm not going to Hawaii. I am taking the month off work and going to Costa Rica, starting in Costa Rica. I think I'm going to end in Miami. I don't believe in setbacks.
I'm gonna pretend you're the New York Knicks.
Holy shit. Somebody just put me out of my misery. Oh, what to unpack. Well, talking about people that are in the RP community have no experience. No, lady, they have experience. They've experienced some real weird shit, crazy shit, bad shit, whatever you want to call it, to put them into the position that they're in, that had their eyes open and see the world for what it really is. And then this Costa Rica shit and ending in Miami, that just sounds like a carousel trip that she's going to go on. Let's bounce from place to place to place and see how much sausage we can get. But a big part all I hear out of her is the I'm so independent, but my options are endless story. I mean, her breakup isn't empowerment. It's a reality check. You're 37. You plowed into the wall. Easy as that. And saying no one can tell me what to do isn't strength. It's arrogance. And you traded humility for delusion and all this I'm not suffering act. Please, that's denial, not growth. And women like this are just chasing their own tail, blaming men for their unhappiness while avoiding accountability. And they'll preach self-love bullshit while swiping for validation. Well, guys, nothing has changed. Modern dating is a circus of entitlement, delusion, and manipulation. Guys, protect yourselves, vet women carefully, avoid emotional traps, and never compromise your values for fleeting attention. And the truth is that society has tilted the scales against you. So walk away, focus on your goals, and if needed, look abroad for more traditional values. The world rewards those who stand firm in their beliefs. So remember, kings don't kneel for queens who can't rule their own lives. Well, guys, that's the end of the video here today. If you like what you've seen, hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Drop me a comment down below what you think, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.